Thank you for returning back to my channel, Cindy Says. Part 2 regarding the renovation and gutting of my first property. I did quite a few renovations, but never a total gutting. And that is a horse of a totally different color. The key to having a successful project is people are going to say it's you, that they're just these wonderful people, but that's not it, and hard work and all of that. None of that's true. The important thing is to have a great site manager, unless you can manage it yourself. My thumbnail is really cute. I got all my tools and everything, but I probably used them without supervision 2 or 3 times. I had the best site manager, program manager, leader, business owner that I believe that ever exists. He saved everything. As I mentioned before, his name is Jacques, and never, ever had a problem. I lived in a different city. I think he called me more than I wanted to be called, because he would tell me everything step by step, once a day, twice a day, 3 times a day. He wanted to make sure that I was happy, and I think he wanted to make sure that I was comfortable with him, because I was not even in that particular city. Sometimes I wasn't even in the same state. Sometimes I wasn't even in the same country. But I would recommend him for anything. I mean, we getting him a Christmas gift, because he did a phenomenal job. To say about this house.
But you got to let me know when you be coming in, Cynthia, you see things you don't like, let me know. And we'll get it together to how y'all like it.
One of the funniest things happened. He was talking to me on the phone, and I guess it was a beehive or something that came into the property, and I'm on the phone listening to him, and I hear him, bees. So saying that, I hear a lot of movements. He ran out the house. He had his own staff or his own team of people. I can hear them, all grown men, running out of the house. So he even had to fight beehives during the process of renovating this property. He never changed his attitude. He never changed his mind. He never changed his prices. He would bring you a receipt, send you a receipt, call you from the store. I mean, you could just trust him with anything. And this was not a cheap project. This is a 2-level home that was being changed from a 2-family really to a 1-family, and a lot of things had to be redone, and there had not been any major renovations for 100 years. The house was I think the house is maybe 60-70 years old, but it just had great guts. And again, it was a family home, but it had great guts. It's in a relatively decent neighborhood, no major crime. I mean, the neighbors there called the police on me if I changed vehicles. He was just a joy, and I believe a godsend that was sent to me. During the process, many times I thought I would never ever do a house again. But if I do a house again, I'll fly him and his team wherever they're at to get it done, because he seemed to treat the project as if it was his own home, and he don't take multiple clients, so you didn't have to spend time looking for them and calling them and, are you doing this, are you doing that? He was on time every time, did everything even faster sometimes than what I expected or what I was prepared for. I just never had a problem. He called you from Home Depot, he called you from Lowe's, tell you what you need, what you don't need, what discounts to get, why you're using this particular pieces or whatever product he was using. He would explain why he's using it, or sometimes why I should not use it. And then sometimes I had special requests, like I wanted metal put under some of my floors, because prior to him we had got rodents in the house, so I'm traumatized, and I'm like, oh my God, I want metal under the floor. He was like, you don't need that no more, you don't have holes in the floor. I'm like, nope, I'm traumatized. If I ever see a squirrel or a raccoon ever again in close proximity, I'll probably get on the plane and leave the state. So knowing what he knew, because he's the professional, he still did what I asked him to do so that I was reassured that rodents would not get in the home. He provided confidence where I'm comfortable again, I would renovate another home. And again, this took place during COVID when no one was working. You couldn't get anybody to work and do anything. So I wouldn't even go to the home and visit, because we had these mask restrictions for his safety and for my safety. I did come. Sometime I would come, I would walk in, I would look around, and then I would leave. Or a few times he would actually call me, and then we would do FaceTime so I could see what was going on. But gutting a home is a whole different animal versus just renovating, because you sort of go room by room with renovation. But with gutting, you're starting from most times beams or
coming off the stairs. All this gonna be wrapped in one. Once all this out, make it flat and flush, and we're gonna wrap all this in new one, so you just don't see this raw ugly wood
no more. Having the raw ugly wood is good.
Yeah.
Could have been drywall and been fucked up and crumbled, and so I guess that ain't too bad.
Yeah, but we're gonna, and see, like I've been telling you, all your walls and ceilings, this is what your walls and ceilings look like in the inside. Just this here. It's wood with
you don't have walls, for a while. Some of the floors are gone. And in the process of this, I left this out. You have roof issues that come up. That in my case was associated from the inside of the house, but when you take everything down, that's when you see the bare bones of what's really happening with the property. And some things were worse, but a lot of things were not as bad as they seem, because this property had smoke damage, not from a fire, but I guess the heating system had backed back up into the house. So it started off dusty, smoky looking black. So when you took the walls down, it actually looked better. Instead of cleaning the walls and priming and putting kills, I just took it down to the beams. A 2-leveled house that now has one bathroom and a half. One room that was a bathroom had not been used in at least 40 years. It was used as a storage room. It is now full functioning, beautiful, newly decorated, new toilet, new vanity bathroom. I could not have done any of this without Jaquise Richardson, which he's not a relative. This, again, we knew the same people, but we didn't know each other. And he made this whole project happen. I was able to sleep at night again, because some months and years I wasn't able to sleep, because you're so worried about your investment. But he made things easier and better and brought value to a property that I was told by so many no longer had any value.